I'm Chris Edwards. Welcome to this week's Tennis Warehouse vlog. This week we've got another playtester picks coming to you. So I've picked a couple more. I know I picked last week, but you know, I'm on the vlog every week, so I get to pick double. First up, I've got one of our playtester favorites, and you see it says playtester team right here because we have this just hanging on the wall with the playtest rackets we have, and it's Volkl Cyclone in this fluoro orange colorway. Now the black is a favorite of mine. It's the deadest I find of the Cyclone strings. Yellow's pretty lively, and I find this orange one to sit right in the middle, so I think it offers great playability. We string up a ton of the rackets that we test here at Tennis Warehouse with this because we know this string, we trust this string, we know how it plays at a bunch of different tensions, and so we can put it in pretty much any racket, and it gives us a good idea of how the racket is playing because we've already shaken this variable out. We love this string, so if we're not liking the racket with this string in it, then we know there's an issue. We've got to adjust tension, play around, maybe go with a different string type to bring the best performance out of a racket. Speaking of which, let's get to the racket I have in my hand, and this is the Babolat Pure Strike VS. And when we first strung this up, we put a poly in it, just like Cyclone. At 52 pounds, I wasn't really grooving with it. I found it to play a little bit too dead in the upper hoop. But when I dropped down with a poly at about 48 pounds, or I go back up in the 50s with a multi like I have in it right now, I find that upper hoop gets totally livened up and gives me the response that I'm really looking for on my serves, and then on the top spin ground stroke when I'm drifting in the upper hoop in the string bed to get that spin and the tip of the racket's coming through the ball. I find the performance is vastly improved on this. Another one item that I didn't like on this racket was the stock leather grip, just a little bit too slick in my hands, but with an over grip on it, plays great. You can put your favorite grip on. I quite often have been playing with toner grip on this one. We've got a Wilson Pro over grip on here right now, but the VS grips are great too. Skin feel, I like those grips as well. So I just recommend putting an over grip over the leather on this. And then it is a dynamite playing racket. Tons of feel, tons of control. You can really go after your shots. You're not going to miss long or wide. It's really going to help you dial in to your targets. Okay, let's check in with Britt and see her playtester picks.
For my first playtester pick, we just got in this Head Coco court bag, and I've been kind of eyeing it for a couple months when we got in the sample, and I just really love this bag for a couple reasons. I have a big 12-pack bag that I take to matches and tournaments, but I don't need that all the time, and when I'm just practicing down on our teed-up court, this is perfect to carry just the essentials. I can carry my racket. It has a nice little compartment to hold my water bottle inside. It also has a great shoe bag if I'm going from the tennis court to the gym or somewhere outside that I need to take off my shoes. Michelle did a full bag video on this, so be sure to check it out. And then the next thing I wanted to show you was my trusty Yonex E-Zone 100. Now I've used several iterations of this racket, and when it came out in December, I wasn't sure if I was going to switch. I was kind of in between a couple different rackets. And now I think I'm officially going to announce that I am switching to this racket, to this iteration. It feels like home. Every time I need to really get a groove on my racket, I always head back to this frame. So it offers me that perfect combination of power control, and I just really love the feel that this Yonex offers. And then my last playtester pick is actually this Yonex Polytour Strike in the new blue color. Now, I kind of just threw it in because I really loved how it complemented the racket, but I was pleasantly surprised to see how well it played in the racket. It's a medium firm poly. I thought it offered great control, so I was really able to swing out and be aggressive with my shots and know that the ball was going to stay in the court, and also great spin. I love to hit, short flick angled shots, and this definitely enhanced those. And I also thought its playability, its tension maintenance is really great from start to finish of it being in my frame. It stayed the same. So that's all for my playtester picks. I'm going to pass it on to Mark.
I have not done one of these playtester picks in a little while, and I was very happy to gather up some of my favorite items in our system. First one, we'll start with what I thought was a Travis Matthews sock. I think this is called Quater now, powered by Travis Matthews. These socks, I'm actually wearing a pair now. I don't know if you could see them, but I have the navy pair and also the gray. This is going to add a little bit of cushion, plush out your shoe. I've never overheated in these things, whether it's a hot court temperature or on the cooler side, and not only that, they just work great with any other outfit that I have to wear off the court as well. My second item And now that we're heading into the climate, so it's a little warmer playing tennis, I'm a big fan of a hybrid. I know a lot of people like polyesters. I'm a big fan of a full bed in kind of middle of the road temperatures. I notice once court temperature eclipses 80, 85 degrees, the monofilaments don't do so well in the heat. Try out something like a TNT 216, which I refer to as a fancy synthetic gut. That's definitely going to lay and play against that monofilament very nicely. If you're looking for kind of the low-powered, control-oriented response of the mono, but to get the comfort of the stranded string, blending these two together with just about any polyester is going to give you that effect, plus far better tension maintenance overall when the heat is turned up on the court. This is definitely a good one to try. And my third item, and I have definitely been, like Britt said, she's grooving with her E-Zone 100. I have been grooving with this new ATS Tour 100 310 from Prince. So the new update to this Tour 310 I feel is an improvement. There is a slight trade-off in sourcing of power and stability. Where the prior editions had a little firmer throat and a little more flex in the hoop, they've reversed this. The ATS in the upper portion of the hoop kind of gives it a little more response, a little more stability, and thus energy return as well. So that slight tweak to the frame really meshes well with my game. I'm really loving this frame from any part of the court. It is definitely a very comfortable, control-oriented frame. Now let's kick it over to Jason, see what he has to say.
Thanks, Bunny. Now, since everyone's talking about rackets this week, I thought I'd talk about one as well. This is the new Headspeed MP racket. I'm really loving this racket right now. I love that it has a little bit more flexible feel, but it still feels very responsive to me. Really easy to swing. I feel like I can get a lot of spin on my shots with this racket. And yeah, it's a little bit easier to swing than the previous generation. So that's why I like this one over that one. And so yeah, if you're kind of an intermediate level player looking for an easy racket to hit with power and spin, then definitely check this one out. And then up next, I want to talk about Goodr sunglasses. The weather is getting warmer, the days are getting longer, and we carry these sunglasses from Goodr. They have really cool names. This one is actually called Whiskey Shots with Satan, my personal favorite name of theirs. They are UV protectant. They are also polarized. They're really lightweight, so if you want to wear them on the tennis court and play with them, they're great. They kind of have a rubbery feel to them. And the best part about them, they're between $25 and $35. So let's check out some other names and styles. This one's called the Silverback Squat Mobility. Like these. Pretty cool. Different color lenses as well. And then this one is I pickled these myself. And they're kind of feature of more of a round frame. But yeah, these are great. We have a lot more styles on our website besides these, so definitely check them out. And that's all we got this week. Thanks for watching.